incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep where you from? Where you post, you poppin' your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know
No
I'm
real.
Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills.
Yeah.
I'm up in the field.
Hurry up, motherfucker.
It was the Tiger Hill. Don't jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history on this line right here. Your best bet be ahead. Easy to get rich or dead. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze or won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. He sent me an invite. Really, nigga? Really, bro? Come on. Come on, bro. Nope. Dear God, bro, it don't take this long to send an invite. Stay up on my iPhone. Typo, crazy. She gonna make me psycho. Go.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Arrowhead.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Wagon.
Now, you ready? 52, 52 the mic.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
They'll run with Crowell.
That motherfucker falling forward, bro. That is not Saquon Barkley.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Crowell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. To throw, it's Carr.
Give me that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's set away.
Good God. Headbowl.
Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
Bro, if you didn't run into me, that's a TD.
20 and down to the 18. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the
run commit again?
Lineman? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Good God.
It's caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Nicole Hardman there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Damn.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Corral.
Yo, we have him stopped for like a 5-yard loss. Don't pull the face mask, bro. What?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that guy was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Nope, pistol. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Quick.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll drop to throw.
Give me that.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Ryan got the time.
Opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way, but you're right. He got it out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hardman should be open.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Great kick. Fuck.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Like 22, like 22. I'm
let him run
gonna run you over. I'm gonna run you over. 6-18.
Now Carr. Dancing to his left.
Oh, you lucky. I just missed the hit.
Can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there.
I was going to kill him.
He gets the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I was going to kill him.
Carr. He sets to fire deep.
Why did I not go for the kick? I'm stupid.
Incomplete.
That's a kick.
The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu there defensively to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Hey.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Fill it up, fill it up.
They'll toss it to Crowell.
Fill it up, baby.
He will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Nigga broke fag. $250,000 on my wrist with frags.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd and 14 coming up.
Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Working from the gun, it's Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
Damn, what the hell? The middle
That's
of
pulled in
June.
at the 32. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10.
Knock on the door, back to the clock.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down.
Oh, I missed my hole, but I got
the
the
brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Who's the ones that didn't make it back home?
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Williams.
Oh,
and just
damn,
no
my
chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Oh, I missed it again. I thought it was
going
to open in the middle.
Not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go!
Gets it to Hardman.
Yo, let me control him. The hole was open. It wouldn't let me move him.
The defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Till we're down home road, she's coming. 2-minute warning. That's so good.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
No.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. 93. 56 to mark for 56.
To throw his car. Got a man. It's Brown.
Damn, 3 people were open on that play. I didn't know who to cover.
The 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Stupid.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them. To play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Say goodbye.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Give me that.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Oh, no. I think it's a block in the back anyway. Yep.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You better change that, bro. Better change that.
From the 39, Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
What the fuck?
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Fucking charge, phone. Jesus.
Now after after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Oh, about damn time.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Yellow, I've got blue lady. Check, 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 check.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry.
Damn you, Travis.
He tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
It's the first down to Williams right here.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You better Pringle.
They run it again with Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Damn it.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
On 2nd down, Williams. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, it's Thompson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
For experience.
Well, a design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there. That one is going to blow up in their faces. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
180. Not today, you are. Not today. Deuce right, Chief. Tighten up.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Carr gives it off to Washington.
Oh, save him.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Down. 185. Yo.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
What now? 180. 56. I'm coming. That's it.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Yeah, he's going to be stopped
Way to
short
clog
of the
it up.
first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on the punt for Kansas City.
I call for a fair catch, bullshit.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned
Get out
about
my way,
getting
you
them out
dumb
of the game.
bitch. What
That's
the
always
hell?
puzzled me a little bit.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
You some
And the
bitches. If y'all don't
reinforcements
block,
come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Get him going straight so I can get him open.
On 3rd and long, it's
He's not open.
Mahomes.
I lied.
Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Open.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Brown.
I'm missing. We're missing, boy. Goodness.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Excuse me. Come on, bro.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
694. Max 22. Let's go.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they finally put it into this return. Not before he's all the way down to the 37. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Probably hurt on the hoe from the hoe.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Probably hurt all the hoe from the hoe. Let's go.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Mahomes on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
GG's, fam. GG.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Kansas City, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Patty Mahomes, let's go.
And for Charles Davis and our...
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin their plans. They do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my war. We guaranteed to be emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me.